Hey, SuperMom, Sarah here. Super pumped up to talk to you today about something awesome. And just because I am wearing a shirt that's really hard to read on camera, I'm going to tell you it says no excuses. I know it took me a really long time to figure out what it said too, and I honestly didn't buy it for what it says on here. I bought it because it's super soft and comfy and I like the way it fits. So it just happens to also say no excuses in case you're wondering what in the world that is if you see it. So today I want to play a little game with you. Not really, it's not a game. So let's imagine that this is the first day of the year and you feel the pull to create a big, hairy, audacious goal. Okay, you want to set one of those, okay? And the problem is looking at what you want to accomplish reminds you of what you didn't accomplish last year. But don't worry, statistics say that you're not alone. You're not. I've done the same thing. I've set goals for the new year or the new month or the new week, and I've not hit them. We're not alone. Everyone has a grand ambition, especially as the clock strikes midnight on 12/31, December 31st. The gyms become packed and they start running membership promotions to get you to join the gym, but then as soon as January kind of gets almost towards the end, as you're looking at February, they start to run retention promos because people have already lost their motivation to maintain that goal. And the gyms want to maintain that windfall that they just had in January because that was really great and it seemed like their business was going to be successful, but they don't apparently understand psychology because for some reason, we humans like to make this new ambitious goal at the start of the year and then we don't maintain it. We don't keep working toward that. And we might do something, like we might actually take a few steps toward that goal at the very beginning, but then we kind of give up. And instead of sticking with it, even though, like for instance, if you say, I'm going to go to the gym, and let's say you go to the gym for the first 10 days of the month that you just joined, but then you stop on the 11th day, the 12th day, the 13th, and the 14th day, and the 15th day, and you're like, forget it. Instead of going back on the 16th day, you just kind of give it up. And that is a huge problem. So what can you do, SuperMom, to change your outlook and also your chances of success going into a new year or going into a new month? I say this every year. I tell all of you here, my SuperMoms, that I start my new year resolution, my new year routine is really what you should call it, in November. I actually start it in November. I start my planning in November and I start making implementable action plans in December so that by the time January comes around on January 1st, it's not like a new year to me because I've already been living in this new routine, because I think that a refreshed routine is definitely exciting and routines are good because they're predictable. And they also help us with our daily function. They do help us become efficient, but they also become boring, right? And if you don't know how to be flexible in your routine, so if something comes up and things change, then it can be really discouraging. But that's something that I actually teach. So for me, refreshing my routine is something I look forward to. And I refresh my routine every month. Just so you know, I do it every month. At the end of the month, I have like a little planning session that I do, and I go through the same steps every single month at the end to prepare me for the next month. So every first of the month is basically like January 1st of the new year for me. And so I want to share that process with you. I've never done this before, and I'm going to start offering it every year because I know that SuperMoms crave that sense of routine. I know that New Year's resolutions are very appealing to our personality. So I want to invite you to do the New Year, New Mom challenge. Okay, it's starting soon, and so you do need to register for it because you get a little packet of information to show you the planning process that I go through, and I'm going to teach you every day for 5 days how to do what I do, and I do it at the end of the month, but we're going to do it at the beginning of the year instead so that you can get into this process and see how to create sustainable changes in how you do your routine. So if you're listening to this before the 1st of January, after the 1st of January, the end of the month, the middle of a month, June, it doesn't matter. This process will help you, and I'm offering it to you for free. So make sure you get registered and here on the New Year, New Mom Challenge. Okay. Now we will, in this process, because you have lots of opportunities to steal the systems that I have for myself. Okay. I share those in a lot of different ways. Some of them are in my courses, some of them are through my coaching program, but they won't work for you for very long. So that is the one thing I want you to understand. You can swipe what I do, you can swipe what other people do, but it's not going to work for you for sustainable change. And here's why. Your life and your goals are not the same as mine. Your life and your goals are not the same as some other guru, okay? Your life and goals are not the same as Martha Stewart's. You might share a lot of commonalities with her because you like a pristinely clean home and you like to bake a lot, but that does not mean that her routines will work for you. The same can be said about mine, but what is different about me and what I offer is that I actually teach moms how to test drive what I do and then modify it to be more applicable to your life and to truly fit you like a glove. Okay, that's the key. And that is a skill that you can learn. It's something that I'm good at teaching. And in the New Year, New Mom Challenge, I'm going to teach you how to create the foundation of these different routines and how they will fit you. So you're going to be looking at cleaning and clutter and meal planning and mindset and entrepreneurship and more than just a mom life goals. You could even be looking at homeschooling and fitness and wellness and holistic health, like all of these little things, the pillars that make up our life as super moms. I have a system for all of them. And we're going to touch on each of those in 5 days. It's going to be mom size because everything that I teach you can be done in less than an hour. Typically, I stick to 10 minutes. This is going to be a little longer than 10 minutes, okay? Because we are setting the foundation for the systems that will sustain you throughout the new month, the new year, the new decade, whatever the case may be. That's what this is going to do for you. So, what I want to say is that if you're here and you're listening to this, you're probably an ambitious mom, just like me. So you have no problem creating these huge, steep goals. And you have the audacity to take really big strides toward achieving those goals. Like you have no problem doing the hard work, okay? But things happen. Your baby starts teething. You find yourself pregnant unexpectedly. Your spouse is traveling more than they normally do, and you, I don't know, get the flu, and then your kids get ear infections. It's always something, okay? And those things will throw us off our good intentions time after time after time. But that's just one of the many problems that come with mom life, and you have to get good at dealing with those. The other problem is that we're not just serving ourselves anymore. We have family members that we care about and we serve, and they can impede our goals. Their vision for their life might not have anything to do with ours. And it's not a bad thing. It's not that we don't want to help them either. It's just that our goals always take a backseat to diapers, dishes, and dinner. Okay? They always do. Our goals, the mom's goals, take a backseat to those diapers, dishes, and dinner. And we can feel that, and it can become resentment. It can feel like discouragement. And then when you get on the other side of raising kids, and I'm not quite there yet, I'm almost there. I mean, my oldest is 12 at the time of this recording. And you can start to have that, oh my gosh, what am I going to do when my kids don't live in my house anymore? We'll always be moms. We'll always care about them. We're always going to be staying up wondering if they're okay. Like those things happen, but our day-to-day is going to change. And what about us? What are we going to do? Who are we going to care for? A bunch of dogs? We're going to go get a bunch of pets, We'll hopefully eventually be grandmothers and we'll have, little babies to take care of for our kiddos. But that's not the big vision that I have for myself. And I'm sure that this is resonating with you too, and you're thinking about other things. So, when we are making this New Year's resolution, in the past when we were young adults, maybe our resolution was to, I don't know, stop buying Snickers at the vending machine at work. Okay, something simple, kind of silly. And then as we got older, our New Year's resolution was to get back to our pre-pregnancy weight, or have a ladies' night out, or to date our spouse more frequently, and just those things that we thought would just be part of our normal adult life, right? Like when you're a kid or a teenager, you have to get permission to go do fun things. But when you're an adult, you don't have to get anyone's permission, but yet you don't have the freedom to go do those things. So this sounds really depressing and down, but we can flip the script, okay? We can create a goal with a plan so it can actually occur. And that's the difference between a New Year's resolution and what I'm proposing with the New Year, New Mom Challenge. So let's not be wishing that we could do something different in this new year or new month, okay? But let's actually make a plan to do something different. We don't even have to wait till the first day of the year to do this. We don't even have to wait till the first day of the month. But when you're learning about this now, take action on it for free with the New Year, New Mom Challenge. And then at the end of each month, at the end of every year, you can prepare for a fresh start on the first day of the next month, right? Or the first day of the next year. You don't have to wait. And we are going to make a plan that's totally stick-withable. I mean, what do you have to lose? You can join the free New Year, New Mom Challenge, and you can create a foundation of a system for you and your family that actually fits, or you can skip it. And you can do whatever you normally do when the calendar rolls over to the first. The choice is up to you. Totally. But I think it'll be really fun to see how many of you can come through this challenge and create a stick-withable plan for the new year. And like I said, I'm going to be breaking down for you the steps that I go through at the end of each month to prepare myself for the next month, and a few things that I do at the end of the year to prepare for the new year. So we can no longer feel like our service to our family is impeding us in the grand scheme of our big goals, because we're going to find time in the month, in the new year, to fit ourselves back in there. We're going to find the time to do the things that we've been putting off and not making time for because of the dishes, the dinner, the diapers, all that stuff, okay? So I'm really excited to share this with you. Make sure you get registered so you can get a little goodie pack. And it is a live challenge. You don't want to miss it. And there may be a recording. I haven't decided yet. So you want to get registered for it. That way you can get the information on how to take advantage, okay? So here's to the new year, new mom.